Good evening and welcome to another Pokemon Go adventure. We have finally reached that point where it's evolution time. So what I've done, I've spent the last couple of days, I've been going through, I've been collecting more Pokemon, but now it is time to finally evolve them. I do apologize about the lighting because we are currently in a bit of a brownout at the moment. We've been hit by some severe storms. But for me, that's a perfect time to be going out and catching some Pokemon. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start from the top and work our way down. I know I've got two brand new Pokemon that we're going to be adding to the Pokedex. That is Blastoise and Alakazam. But I want to go through them all and evolve them properly. I've gone through, I've culled a lot of my Pokemon. All of the common Pokemon, I'm only keeping the 90% and above, so I've cut a lot of them as well, and I've actually gone through and with the Pokemon as well, I've worked out all their attack moves as well, so we're not just going off their IVs at the moment, we're also going off their attack moves as well, which will help us out in this evolution. So let's drop this lucky egg and let's get into the evolutions. Alright, here we go. Let's start from the top. Let's get back in there. Alright, what do we got? Bulbasaurs. No, we're not sitting on those yet. With the Charmanders, I did have Machamp sitting in there as my buddy, because he was the one that I was looking at for getting some candies for next to evolve into Machamp. However, he comes out of a 5k egg, so it would take me longer than it would for the Charmander, who comes out of a 2k egg. So I'm only walking 3 kilometers for him. So that'll be fine. Like, I think I can get a Charizard before I'll be able to actually get the Machamp. So I've switched that around. It's not ready yet. So let's move on down. Alright, finally. This is a good one to start off with. 91%. Wartortle is about to go straight into a Blastoise. Let's have a look at him and let's see what he comes out as. Come on, Wartortle. There you go. Be stronger. Very nice. Very first Blastoise. Very happy with the result. Alright, what's he coming in at? New Pokemon to the Pokedex. Very good. 1439. Still got a few candies there we can use to power him up, which I absolutely will be doing once I can see what he maxes out. You got a tough act to follow, Caterpie. He's a 95%. He doesn't have the best moves, but we're going to get him into a Metapod and then straight into a Butterfree, because he's one of the ones who's a common Pokemon, and I'm only keeping the ones above the 90% for the common ones. So we'll just do a double evolution right here. So he'll go from Caterpie to Metapod, and then from Metapod straight up to a Butterfree. Alright. Fly, Butterfree. Fly, flap those wings. Come on. Let's see what he comes in. I know they're low CP because I haven't spent any Stardust on them to power them up, because I think it's just a bit of a waste. Once I knuckle down on the Pokemon that I want to keep, I will go back to the starter Pokemon or more common Pokemon and power them up, even though they're not going to be at a high level. I think it'll just be good just to have a few that are maxed out. So you can see there we've now got two 95% Butterfrees. Beedrill at the moment we're only sitting at 91%. With the Pidgeots, there's a 93, 93, and 3 93s, which isn't too bad, both of which have the main move set. We've got a 91 Pidgey here, which we will evolve. See, look at that. Just going around, there's 560 candies I've got of Pidgeys, and when we get to the Rattars as well, I think it's up like 800 or something like that. So it's not like I've caught that many Pidgeys, that many Rattars. It's just, even Caterpies and Weedles and stuff like that, it's only really worth keeping the 90+% in IVs, because they're the only ones that are worth anything to me at the moment. So 752, we'll evolve him again. We'll get him straight into a Pidgeot. Evolve, Pidgeotto. Evolve, become stronger. And here we go. And another Pidgeot. So they're not the strongest Pokemon as well, but again, it's one of the ones I'd like to power up and max out. And I mean, they're good for dropping in gyms as well. If you're not, if you don't want to leave your good Pokemon in there, they're good for just dropping in gyms. The Pidgeots are anyway. With the Rattatas, not so much because their CP is terrible. I mean, eventually, one day, soon, hopefully, when I get the time, I want to go out. I want to tear down as many red gyms and yellow gyms as possible. I don't care if they're at level 10, level 9, level 8, or level 1. I'll be going through, tearing them down, and I want to put as many Pokemon possible as I can in gyms, just to get the ones in there. And did I just power him up? That was such a waste. Such a waste. Just to see how many Pokemon I can get in gyms, and to see if Team Mystic will come behind and which ones they'll hold on to and which ones will actually stand at a level 10, because I've still got those two that literally it's coming up to like 2.5 months that these Pokemon have been sitting in these gyms. So I want to try to capitalize on that as well and go through and load as many up as I can possible. Alright, down with the Spearows and Fearows. I've got an 84% Fearow there, but I've also got an 88% Spearow, which will push him up. I know they're not in the 90%, but I haven't come across too many Spearows that are sitting in the 90%. So, I mean, I've got, I think it was 462 candies. So, you know, evolving these ones to get the XP to go further is not much. I mean, I'm going to come across more Spearows. I'm going to get more candies. Taking a 50 candy hit just to get some more CP, to get some more XP is not a big issue. I'm happy to go through with it. I know I'll get stronger ones, and I know I'll evolve them as well. Alright, so get these Spearows out of the way. And another Fearow. Again, all they're good for is just leaving in gyms. If you don't want to take the top spot and you want to leave them in the lower ranks, they're good to put in there as well. Ekings, what do we got? 2 Arbok there at 88%. Do we have anything above 88%? The highest one is 86. I've got 129 candies, but I'm going to wait for the 90s really before I start using any of those. 93. Alright, so we got a Nidoran here. Sorry, a Nidorina at 93%. And I think my Nidoqueen's there is at 86%. So she's, even this Nidoran at 88% is worth evolving. But at 93% you can't go wrong. I've only got 107 candies, so we'll push her up to a Nidoqueen. And she will be the #1 Nidoqueen that I have. And will probably be the one that I start focusing on and powering up as well. So we'll get her in the bag. There we go. Alright, so she's 1686. 1686. Alright, so she's just taken the #1 spot in Nidoqueens. I've got a 93% Nidoking there, but I've also got a 93%. You know what? I can push him up to the top as well. I can get a double evolution here out of the Nidoran to, no, there's enough candies there. Alright, so we've got a Nidorino now, and we're going to push him through to a Nidoking as well. So I'll have 2 there, and the Nidoking sitting on 93%. Moveset's not good because I don't have his main move or his quick move, and I think I might have the main move in the other Nidoking that I have. But still, having 2 Nidokings at 93%, I mean, that for across the board, that's what I'm working at, is to get as many high level, high IV Pokemon that I can. Because going through the game, I'm going to catch as many as I can, but I only want to keep the strongest one. So we're down to 21 candies. So there's a 93% with no moves there at 1400, and a 93% Nidoking there as well with his main move. Alright, if we go through to the Clefables, the highest one I've got so far is the 85% there, so nothing really worth evolving. I've got a 73 Ninetales there, but I've also got a 75 Vulpix. I don't know if I have enough candies for the evolution, not just yet, but I really want to be waiting for a higher IV Vulpix to come through before I evolve that. This Wigglytuff, 97%. I think I'm going to be waiting a while before I get another one to even compete with that. With the Golbats here, what do we got? The highest one I've got there is 1085, but I've got another 91% Zubat here as well. So we'll push him up and he can go into a Golbat. So then I'll have two Golbats sitting on 91% IVs, which I'll be focusing on as well. But again, they're common Pokemon, and to be honest, I haven't really... Whenever the Zubats come around, I mean, most of the Pokemon hunting that I do, I am driving, which I know you shouldn't be doing. But when you are doing that, it's really hard to catch these Zubats because, you know, they're one of the flying types. They're one of the ones that don't really sit in the middle, and they're a lot difficult. They chew up a lot more time when you are going through and trying to catch them. Alright, so we've got a Gloom here. He's going to go to a Vileplume. I did have another Vileplume, so he's not a new Pokemon to the Pokedex, but he is going to be my strongest one, because I think the other one I had was terrible IVs, so I just discarded him straight away. So there we go. Not a new Pokemon, but definitely a stronger one, and he'll be sitting at the top as well. 1397, so I've got 13 to pair him up with. If we get to the Paras, I've got a 91 Parasect and a 93 Parasect, so we'll turn this Paras into another 91% Parasect. Get him going as well. Again, not strong Pokemon, quite common, but it's one of the ones that I'm trying to focus on to keep above the 90%. Alright, one of the ones I'm really looking forward to is this Alakazam, because he is going to be a newbie to the Pokedex. Alright, so I've got an 84% Venomoth and an 80%. I've got an 88 Venonat here, so we'll evolve him through, and he should top the list of Venomoths. Again, not good Pokemon, quite common, but I'm building a better Pokemon team. So I was keeping the 80s, now I'm trying to focus more on the 90s, so I just want to just keep going through, and I'm only evolving the better ones. Like you can see there with 54 candies left, I've still got another evolution up my sleeve, so if a 91 or a 93% does come through, I'll be able to do that as well. What do we got? No, nothing there. No. We got Persians, 95%. Don't have any high IV Meowths at the moment. Alright, so with the Golducks, I did discard a lot of them because they were sitting on the 80%. So I've got one 90% Golduck there. I've got another 93% Psyduck and a 91% Psyduck. And we should be able to do both of these. So when you evolve, you do get another candy when you do make that evolution. So we will be able to evolve both. But it'll just be sitting us back to 0 candies, which is not a big deal. I'm sure there'll be many other Psyducks out there as well. Alright, so we got the Golduck. He was the 93%, 1350, and we'll get the 91% going as well. Evolve him up. Right. So that's a strong for the Psyducks and Golducks. I mean, to have three Golducks above 90% is good. I mean, the ultimate goal is to get the 100%, but it's going to take a lot of time to get all of them at 100. So we got to keep pushing through. You can see there my favorite, the Arcanine at 95% and an Arcanine at 97%. Poliwraith, it doesn't look like we've got any Poliwraith stronger than the 95%. I might hold off on them. I think I do have enough candies to get one of these, like to get this 88% up, but I think I'll hold off on that for a better one. Alright, here we go. 95% Kadabra is going to an Alakazam. This will be a brand new Pokemon to the Pokedex. One I've been working on for a while. One I've been looking forward to. So let's get him in the bag. There he is. And he looks amazing. New Pokemon to the Pokedex. Very nice. Oh, full set there. Was it 1027? I'll go and see what he can actually max out at. What else have we got? Got a couple 93% Geodudes. No, hold off. Okay, I got two 91% Ponytars, which we're looking at getting to the Rapidash. So, oh, I almost see. Again, that's why I put the movesets in. I almost evolved the 91% Ponyta who didn't have the best moveset. So I've got a 91% here with his best quick and best main. So she is going to be the one that I evolve up. And I think she's going to be the best Rapidash that I have. Might not be a combat point power at this point, but I can power up to make sure that she is the strongest one I've got. Because the potential that she has is a lot higher than the other IV Ponytars that I have. So let's see what she comes out at. 1, 2, 3, 3. So she's going to be up there. 1, 2, 3, 3. So she's third. You know what? For the sake of making her number one, let's power up a bit and just make sure she is at the top. So 1, 2, 6, 4 puts her at the top of Rapidash's there. So that's good. What do we got? Magnemite here as well. I've got an 86 and an 88. Unfortunately, I don't have anything higher than that. There is an 82 Doduo, but we'll leave that for now. Got 100% Jugon, so really, unless I get another one, it's not worth focusing on. The 97% Onyx that I've got here is not going to be strong, but he is definitely a good one to have in the back pocket, especially when Gen 2 comes out and Steel is available. There's another 91% Drowsy there, who does have, this is a prime example of what I'm talking about with movesets. So the Drowsy that I evolved into Hypno is at 91%, but doesn't have the quick moves and doesn't have the main moves. So I've got another 91% here who does have the main moves. So let's evolve him up into another Hypno as well, because he will have a better moveset than the other one that I've got. So that'll put us at 2 Hypnos on 91%. And there he is. Alright. Very good. Alright, so we got some Krabbies as well. I've got an 82% Kingler. So let's go with this Krabby here. We'll evolve him up. I've got 172 candies there, so I do have a few more. But I'm looking for, with Krabbies especially, above 90% IVs is what I'm looking for. Especially with these common Pokemon. So we'll get this Kingler. So he'll be the best IV Kingler that I've got at the moment. At 88%. There's another 86 there. I'm probably better off holding off. I'm going to hold off on the others. I already got Voltorbs. There's 86, 86. I've got two 88s there. What have we got in candy wise? Not enough, I'm afraid. Alright, so Execute, there's an 84%, so the Executors is an 82, 66 and 84. So this will be the second highest IV Executor that I have. And that other one is like at the top. Executors are like their CP gets quite high, so they're good ones to have. I'm not a fan of their attack moves, but again, they're good ones to power up and to put in your gyms really, because I think I had like 3 Executors sitting in gyms who just sat there. Okay, so the new 84 with the Cubone as well. So in Marowak, I've got an 86 and I've got an 84, but I've also got a 91% Cubone here, who's got the best main move and the best quick move. So we are definitely going to be powering him up because he just took the #1 spot in the position of IVs for the Marowaks. So we'll get him going. And there he is. Welcome to the team, Marowak. Alright, what else we got? I've got a coughing here. The wheezing sitting at 77% with it. I don't have his quick move and I don't have his main move, but I've got a coughing here at 80%, so we may as well power him up just to start working towards getting better IV coughings as well, or wheezings as well. Because I'm trying to avoid the 70% at this point and just focus on the 80s. But really, really what I'm looking for is 90 plus IV Pokemon. So we'll get him, and he then becomes our strongest IV Weezing. And what do we got? Rhyhorns and Rhydons. Got Tanglers. Got a Horsey here to a Seadra, but I don't really know if I want to evolve that. There's 152 candy, so I still have 2 evolutions in my back pocket, but I think I'm going to hold off for the 90s on that. 93% Goldeen. We'll get her going because she's about to become the best IV Goldeen that I've got in my team as well. Seekings. It's one of those Pokemon, again, quite common. Not the strongest combat power, but that's why I'm going for the 90+% IVs on these Pokemon. And this one just took the #1 rank. Very nice. Okay, so in the Starus and Starmies, no 90s there. I've got a 94% Starmie there and a 91%. So I don't think I'm going to actually evolve any of those. I want to be focusing more on the 90s. Scyther's not evolving yet. I'm actually quite happy with how the Magmas are going at the moment. I mean, I'd like to get 90+% IV Magma, but 86, 82, and 82 is good. Considering the 86 is sitting at 1,800, I think he's got a little bit of a ways to go in the power-up as well. But I'd like to get a plus 90% IV on the Magmas. I'm a big fan of Magma as well, especially in the cartoons. Just that episode when Ash goes into battle the Magma, and it was the first time he's ever seen a Magma. I think that's one of the greatest episodes in Pokemon. With the Pincers, picked up a 91% Pincer there. All these Magikarps that I've got is 86, 84s, but they've all got the best main and best quick. But again, you know, I've got that 93% Gyarados. I'm always on the lookout for more plus 90% IVs. We do have a couple of EVs here. There's an 80 and an 86%. So hopefully we can get some Vaporeons out of this. All right. Knowing my luck, I'm going to get back-to-back. Flareon, not too bad. Flareon's actual CP goes a lot higher than what Jolteon's does. I mean, we all know Jolteon's is the worst, but as long as I don't get back-to-back Jolteons, I'm quite happy. I'm just hoping this one, I really need another Vaporeon. I need a strong Vaporeon. Something above the 70s. Come on, kick that tail out. Of course it's a Jolteon. Of course it's a Jolteon. Just my luck. Alright. 80, was it 86? Flareon came in, 82? With the Omnimites and Omnistars, you got 284 Omnistars there and 282 Omnimites. Again, Kabutos, there's a 55% Kabuto and an 80% Kabutops, so that's the best IV Kabuto that I came across. Aerodactyl, still looking for a better one. 93% Snorlax, really looking for some more candies, or a one that's plus 90% IVs that's got a good moveset. The Dragonair that I've got, medium happy with it, 70%, but it's got its best main move and best quick move. So if I don't come across another one with a better moveset or a better IV set with a good moveset, that'll probably be the one that I go through and evolve. But being in the 10k eggs, it's one of the ones that you have to walk a long distance to get. I'm also I've got this 82%, I'm having a mental blank. Lapras. The 82% Lapras here, who's got the best main and best quick move. But I think, I believe I can get a stronger IV Lapras than the 82%. So that's why I've held on to those 31 candies. I can go through and just power her up and she'll probably reach 1,800 or something like that. But I've held off on that because I really want a good, strong Lapras that I'd like to take through to the end. So that's it for the evolution video at the moment. If we get out of here, we'll see how much we got. 30,000. Not too bad XP. After this, I'll probably just go through and power up some of the Pokemon that we just evolved to see what they can max out at. But that's it for now, so thanks for watching.